Hello everyone, this is AJ yet again, back with another retrospective film review. Now over the past few days I have reviewed the two Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider films. So today I'm going to review Tomb Raider 2018. Let's get into it. So Tomb Raider 2018, the reboot film. What would I be without watching this film and giving you a retrospective review on that after watching the other two? I just had to watch it, didn't I? Or rewatch it, shall we say. So this film came out in 2018 here in the UK on May the 14th. It was rated 12A and had a runtime of 1 hour and 59 minutes. The film was directed by Roar Uthaug, who is a Norwegian film director, with music by Junkie XL. Now this film was given a budget of 94 million and went on to have a worldwide gross of 274 million. So again, didn't set the box office alight, but it wasn't a financial failure. They're probably hoping for some more. Now, in this film, you had Alicia Vikander cast in the role of Lara Croft. Dominic West was cast as her father. Richard Croft, Walton Goggins is the film's main villain, Matthias Vogel. And Daniel Wu played a character called Lu Ren. Yes, so this film. So I watched it in 4K, so I'll give you my thoughts on the transfer at the end. So in this film, we catch up with a younger Lara Croft. She's living in London as a bicycle courier. She's not the Lara Croft that we know from the games or from the previous Tomb Raider films. She's living a modest life away from the riches. Her father is presumed dead, and she has to sign him as being dead and taking on his estate, but she doesn't want to do that. She's not ready to do that. Now, she does go to the sign-in, and before she signs, she's left a gift is left for her by her father that's given to her, and it's a puzzle box that she undoes. What's wrong with my English? She undoes, a little thing pops out, and it's basically a clue, and it leads her into finding her father's secret hideaway where he does all his work in and all this sort of stuff. And this leads her on this quest to finding him and finding this island where there's this like priestess that is dead, and the tomb of her, and there's a curse surrounding this, that if this tomb is disturbed, then this plague will wash over her earth. This sort of supernatural, there's this supernatural element to what's going on at this point in the film. Now, along the way, she ends up in like Hong Kong, where she meets up with the character of Lu Ren, who transports her to the island. It was his father that had transported her father there, and this is where he was lost and not found. When she gets onto the island, she's captured by Walton Goggins after a shipwreck, and they find out that there's other individuals on the island that are being used as slave labour to dig up the island, trying to find this tomb. She comes to learn that her father is still alive on the island, but her father had left her specific instructions in all these little clues and that for her to destroy any evidence of this island and that, so no one could come after her. So but she does, and she ain't destroyed it. She's brought this stuff with her that gets Walton Goggins, the bad guy, on to finding where the tomb is. Eventually they enter the tomb, blah, 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 and the rest is sort of history. So, this film plays as a prequel. It's an origin film, more to the point. This is an origin film. This isn't Lara Croft as you know her. This is the story of how she becomes the Lara Croft that you know in the games, and I would say the previous films, but this film is on a different level than what those films were. So, yeah, it's an origin film. Alicia Vikander is pretty good, if not very young, as Lara Croft. Dominic West is really good in this film. He's a joy to watch as her father. Walton Goggins I enjoy anyway. He's a fantastic actor. Anything that he's in I enjoy. I've always enjoyed Walton Goggins' performances from seeing him in the TV series The Shield, not to be mistaken with the Agents of Shield. I'm talking about the TV series The Shield from ages back with the police officers, corrupt coppers. And Daniel Wu is very good as her sort of sidekick in this film. Yeah, so the direction for the film is pretty good. It's in good hands. Raw Uthog, he adequately directed the film. There's nothing wrong with that. The music score for the film is... There's elements of it that remind me of Superman's theme in like Justice League and in Batman vs Superman, and the composer did work on those films as well. So all the drums and that sort of a thing when Superman goes into action, and you get the same here. And I spotted that out. I was thinking this, I recognised this. I couldn't place where it was from. I did have to look, but the score. It reminded me of something else, and that being I know where it's from now. So there is that. The film looks very good, the special effects and all this sort of thing, and in 4K it does look fantastic and it sounds fantastic. Now this film is based upon the newer Lara Croft games that they've done, so Lara Croft isn't as big as she was like she was in the earlier films. She's more of a woman in this, a sleeker, slender female, lacking the physical attributes that the original character was well known for. But yeah, no, it's an enjoyable film, but very different from the two Tomb Raider films that came before. It's more realistic in its filming style. In the look of it, whereas the others feel very comic booky, so to speak, where this one feels more sort of real world. The film does deviate from the curse being a supernatural element. You find out there's a reality to it. It is not supernatural. It's sort of based in science, and you know, it's not this plague that will wash the earth like in that sense. But you find out at the end of the film that the tomb is actually that of this person that was ill, who carried this plague that would kill people if they came into contact with her. So she isolated herself from everyone to protect everyone, this sort of a thing. Yeah, so it's a pretty good film. Don't get me wrong, I'd very much like to see a sequel, because by the end of this, Lara becomes more of the Lara Croft that we know, with the leather jacket, with the two guns. There is a cameo appearance by Simon Pegg's film partner, Nick Frost. He plays like this pawn shop, P-A-W-N, pawn shop dealer, who's, you could see being the person that ends up supplying her with weaponry and all this sort of stuff if a sequel was to continue. So yeah, enjoyable film, very good, a good hour and 59 minutes, wasted on it, shall we say, and not wasted, you know, I enjoyed it. It's yeah, a quality film, and that's something that I would enjoy revisiting again, and hopefully we do get that sequel. Anyway, this is AJ. If you enjoyed that review, please consider hitting the subscribe button, come and join the channel, leave me a comment, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so this is AJ. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take care all, and goodbye.